think I'm here. I think I'm live. Oh, I am. Hi, Apple Crescent. I have no intention of staying here very long at all. I was just checking to see if I could go live again on YouTube, and I can. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Wow, that was rough. A whole week, but it came at a good time. It was a busy ass week, Thanksgiving week. There was tons of stuff I had to do anyway, so I guess it was the best week to be punished. I'm free. I'm free at last. Am I still breaking up? Because I'm going through a shitty spot. Morning, Dreamy. Hi, Freeside. Hello, everybody. I feel the love. Free at last. Free at last. Am I breaking up still, or am I? Because I've only got like 2 bars. Okay, cool. Well, I'm not going to be here long. Is Terry Lynn still live? Because I am driving, and that's, I don't want people to like call my fucking insurance company. Because they will. Y'all, what the fuck are we supposed to think about this Penelope shit? I'm just floored. And then I just now hear, I guess I completely glossed over the part where she was trolling me as a different name and then telling everybody to call CPS on me. Oh, well, tell her I'm sorry. I'm not trying to step on toes and she can stay live because I'm not going to be here long. Oh my God, that thing is so annoying in my car. I turn my Bluetooth off, like I forget the device, and then it incessantly is like, Bluetooth pairing is unsuccessful. I'm not trying to pair. I'm back. Maria. Did you hear that last night, Maria, that Penelope was in chats telling people to call CPS on me? Oh, I know, Savage. And like I said last night, I was more mad at Jason than he was mad at me. Imagine sitting there in a pissing contest. I just thought he was lying to me. I was like, John is getting calls from your phone number. Like, and he's like, I'm not calling him, and he wasn't doing a very good job of convincing me, but that's just his personality also. But for her to find out she was hoping that he would lose his temper. TL just said it in her live that she was in an account called Popcorn and that she was going in chats telling people to call CPS on me. Do you know how pissed off that makes me? I mean, this just keeps getting worse and worse. And the fact, and I told you this last night, Maria, and I didn't mean to speak loudly at you. Whenever I got off of the live with you, Maria, Chris goes, is that your friend? I was like, yes. And I know why he was asking, because I was heated, but I wasn't meaning that to be directed towards Maria. But it just keeps getting worse. I mean, she should have came with you with the entire truth, because had I heard it from her first, it might not have been so jarring. Had I heard it there first instead of from Zeus, like Zeus is all, oh, you want to go try to throw me under the bus? Like, that was the stupidest thing she could have done. Or go and tell everybody else the rest of the truth. But to find out that she was hopping around in chats telling everyone to call CPS on me, does she not realize, like, I would never do that. But for somebody that's got a little baby hopping around chats trying to get my little baby, because to me, my little boy, even though he's 9, is still my baby. He's our caboose. He is my last baby. Trying to get my little baby taken from me. Yeah, you got that right, Dreamy. Thanks, Dukes. I don't know. I think this is something that Zeus might have said in his live. I don't know. Does anybody in the chat know where TL information? Because I did not hear that shit last night. I must have been but I was also in and out listening because I started listening to my damn in my earpods as I got to sleep. That is so weird. I've always been a person that has to have complete quiet when I go to sleep. But yeah, ask her if she has some account named Popcorn. And then there was a text message, and Napa's in here. She sent it to me that Terry Lynn got from a spoof app last night. And it says something about Maria having soil on me. I guess they meant dirt. Why would somebody put soil instead of dirt? It's like fucking AI shit or something. But yeah, I haven't gotten to read the text because I've been driving. So it's like 3 different screenshots of a spoof text that was sent to Terry Lynn. I mean, it makes you think it's funny fucking AI that. I mean, who the fuck would say soil instead of dirt? Morning undercover done. Like, who would do that? Like, why are these people so crazy? And then we have the change.org petition. That's lovely. I'm going to report that shit today because everybody knows it's just, all that was done for is so that when people start Google search our names, it pops up to embarrass us. It's all been done before. I'm not saying it was from Penelope. I don't think I don't think it was ever alluded that it was Penelope Dreamy. I just think it was just something else that fucking happened last night. I don't think she ever said it was from Penelope. She just said it was some weird text. But I mean, a good way to squash all this is for her to come up on panel or take a link on somebody's channel and go from the beginning to the end. Because right now, the way this has come out, she goes and gives somebody a fraction of the information and the truth, then gets the actual truth told on her. And all this shit coming out that she was doing, Maria, this is fucked up. And I said it 1,000 times last night. I've always thought there was somebody stirring the pot behind the scenes. Or maybe I didn't think it. More or less like this. I would always say, wouldn't that be crazy if it was somebody else, unrelated, doesn't talk in the chats, doesn't really participate, that's starting all this shit? And I never imagined that it was actually happening. They wanted to copycat her, but not her for sure. Hi, the Irish Wildstone Raider. Oh my gosh, it just feels so good to be able to just go to my StreamYard and type in a title and hit the live button. I mean, Rumble's great, don't get me wrong. It's just that it's just a few extra steps to be able to go live. Good morning, Breezy. It's okay, thank you. I guess, listen, and to be honest with you, I would expect that, Breezy, out of a lot of people. I would expect that out of people. I would expect it out of Amber. I would expect it out of John. I would expect it out of Siwa. I would expect it out of those people, but it's always just that more shocking when it's somebody that smiled in your face the whole time they were doing this shit. Me and Penelope never had bad blood, just like me and Zeus didn't. Yes, them and my friends fell out, but I just kind of like, I never really went in at them. It was kind of like the Sophie situation before this weekend. Kind of the same thing. Like, yeah, Maria and Anne are fighting with Sophie. She hadn't really done that much to me. I really don't feel hot or cold about her. That's kind of how I felt about Zeus. But Penelope had maintained a friendship with me. D2, that's another one. I would expect it from a lot of people, but the one person I would have never guessed is Penelope. And you know what's crazy is there's been so many fucking people that never trusted her from the moment she came on my panel. From that moment, a lot of people said they didn't trust her. They didn't know what it was, or they just didn't fucking trust her. Oh, I know, Anapa. Well, isn't that going to be fun? I can't wait to find out everything else. But the CPS calls as popcorn, like what it, if I were her, I mean, not that I'm going to do shit to her, but I sure would be fucking afraid as hell if I were her. I'm not going to do anything, like literally. I want the truth. I want to know who I blamed for shit when it was her. I want to know who has blamed me for shit when it was her. Doesn't anybody else find it a little strange that there's so many accusations and all of us, and every accusation that's crazy and outlandish, every last one of us are like, I didn't do that shit to myself, or I didn't do that shit to you or her. There's so many unclaimed oddities in our community that's never been explained. She told everybody to call CPS, Undercover Doug, on me. Penelope's a girl, Debbie, that I don't even know how. She came from Siwa's chat. She was Siwa's mod. Then they fell out, and she came and was my mod briefly for a moment. I feel Zeus is way more involved than he is saying. Also, Meow is missing in action, and that's a shame. I don't know. I mean, Dreamy, listen, I think Zeus is pretty well informed that if he doesn't fucking tell the truth, he could be outed with proof. So I would find it hard to not tell the truth if I was Zeus. And equally so, I find it crazy that Penelope didn't just tell everything that she did. Like, how did she think this was going to pan out? Her only telling a very slim amount of the things that she did. I mean, and the biggest takeaway from all of it, and again, I'm not trying to step on Terry Lynn's live, but love you, TL, but you've been live all night, homie. I'm just kidding. I won't be long. But what I was going to say? Oh, let's go back and think. So it's really hard to do, but let's unravel all of this shit. Let's unravel it all. And where would we be? Would Maria's job have been called? Would Maria and John be fighting like this? Would John and me? I mean, of course we were not friends, but that's one thing to not be friends, and a totally different thing to be at each other's necks like this. Would any of this be to where it's at if it wasn't for this fuck shit? And then unfortunately, we will never know. But I have to say, there's a good possibility that things wouldn't be this bad. She said I displaced her, Undercover. She said she felt displaced by me. And like I said also last night, like, unfortunately, I have always been a person to have way too much shit to do on my plate every single freaking day. I've always been the person to commit to way more than I can actually do. And when it comes to responding to text or DMs, it doesn't just fall through to the YouTube crew or to my internet friends. This happens across the board, and it's not purposeful. I can't think of the last time that I had a huge, large, long block of time where I didn't have shit to do and I could just sit on my phone. And because of that, the constant inability to just sit on my phone, I unfortunately can't communicate constantly and continuously. Hold on 1 second. What do you mean, Dreamy? Who still wants to stir the pot? Oh, Macy, well, good luck for your results. I don't know what your results that you're waiting for are, but good luck to you. And we'll say prayers. Imagine being that hateful that wants to ruin someone's life, that you take time away from your family to do what Penelope did. It's horrible. It is. But again, and she confided in me that, like, and here we thought she had, like, and she wants to do shit to my marriage. Well, let's talk about your personal shit, Penelope. She, looking in, I don't even, she was talking about boyfriend, but, or Zeus was last night. Uh-oh. Um, but I thought that was her husband. And then she told me that he was horrible to her and that he was like going to strip clubs every night and all kinds of shit. So is that what you did, Penelope? You took your displaced anger of your cheating spouse and tried to fuck my marriage up with your fucked up bullshit? Is that what I'm getting? Is that's what I'm taking away from it? That her marriage was in shambles and she was splitting up with her husband because he was fucking strippers. But here I was just trying to have fun on YouTube, and she was trying to make me and my husband fight. Who's still blaming us? Dreamy. Oh, everybody in the chat. Oh, tell us what Maria did, Zeus. Tell us what Maria did. Maria didn't do shit. What did Maria know? What was Maria's hand in it? None. Maria is as if Maria would sit there and be uh, conspiring against us to that level. Are you fucking out of your mind? I'm back, bitches. Sarah, you missed my happy birthday song to you the other night. Who knows? Maybe I'll do an afternoon live today, depending on what pops off. But I mean, to have an entire, I don't even know. Like, this just wasn't well thought out. You don't ever go and tell somebody a half truth when you've done some really bad shit. It is, Debbie. But it's crazy though. I would have never put this on her. I would have never put this on Penelope ever. And that might have been the only part of her little plan that was somewhat thought out, is that she would have totally gotten away with it. And I would still be sitting here thinking Amber sent herself pizzas. And I would still be sitting here thinking Amber sent me pizzas. And I would still be sitting here thinking Jason lied to me. And I would still be like, it's fucked up. I would still be sitting here thinking John was calling Jason. And this does not mean I all of a sudden all's forgiven with any of these people. That's not the case, but it's the fucked up principle. It started a lot of shit, and it built a lot of resentment and animosity up between all of us. And quite frankly, every last fucking one of us should be pissed the fuck off. How do we find out the truth? Because she went to Maria and told Maria that she ordered the pizza. But this is how she said it to Maria. Oh, by the way, me and Zeus and Lynn sent you and Brooke and Jules pizza. Sorry. It was immature to do. Yeah. But she never went and finished the sentence, which was, oh, and I also spoofed Brooke's husband's number, and was calling John. I spoofed John's number and was calling Jason. And if y'all were all there at that live, I had to mute and unmute and mute and unmute forever. Because I kept saying, I was completely married to the fact that Jason was lying to me about that. Because I was like, it's like, talk about making yourself go fucking crazy. Brooke, there were more people that have sent pizzas now. Yeah, and that's another thing I need to know. That night I got 3 pizzas. Did they send all 3, or did they send 2 and then somebody else did it? Yeah, it did go a lot deeper. It's just it's you're never gonna it's I can't get it out of my head that this is just exactly the way we plotted it out. Not plotted, meaning we plotted it out, wondering who could be doing these things. Plotted's the wrong word. This happened exactly how I figured it was, or speculated that what was happening, but never in a, you know how you speculate wild ass shit like, oh, well, it could be X, Y, and Z, and it's really far fetched, and you're like, yeah, whatever. That's kind of how I felt that this was all, or a lot of, the doings of somebody in the bushes, and that's not even participating in the chats. It was just too far fetched to be something that was actually possible to me. Like, who would really fuck, unless it was Jessica Chastain. That was the only, but it was way more feasible to think that John was calling Jason. It was way more feasible to think Jason was pissed off and calling John and not wanting me to know and deleting it. It was a lot more feasible to believe what I've been believing up until last night than to think that it was actually somebody without a dog in the fight starting all the trouble. Well, we'll never know, Breezy. Like I said, for anybody that was guilty of doing anything to any of us this entire time we've been online, it was their fucking lucky day yesterday. Everybody that was accused of something correctly, rightfully, and it had never been proven, they should have bought a lottery ticket yesterday. Because whenever you introduce the possibility of speculation in other people, it's over. The statistical value of that person being guilty has now diminished because now there's another suspect. Maybe, and we'll never know though. Is today your birthday, Sarah? Oh my gosh, I have to sing for you again then. You must have just celebrated over the weekend. Happy birthday to you. Now this is going to be really bad because it's a fucking 5:56 a.m. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear fucking Sarah Z. Happy birthday to you. Well, happy birthday, my sweet Sarah Z. I love you long time. But we'll never know now. So anybody that was doing the fuck shit basically got a free exoneration yesterday. And that's the problem with telling half truths. Especially when somebody's going to swoop up and tell, no, that's not how it went at all. So it appeared to me that she was just telling Maria enough information of what she had to tell her to get in front of a situation, and she thought it would suffice, and it blew up in her face. She's 29. 29 and looking fine. So even the admission on Penelope's part was had a motive. It wasn't genuine. It wasn't feeling, oh, I feel bad, I want to go ahead and wipe the slate clean and clear my conscience, I did something fucked up. No, it was, things are closing in and I'm about to be outed. You can put your cash up, Sarah. I don't give a shit. So, and that alone, and then it just, again, it's just wild. It's wild to find out. And then again, you can't help but sit there and think, well, then did somebody really? So again, even people like Siwa that I know, I would give my fucking an eyeball and a kidney out betting on the fact that she lied about that kid's school getting called. Guess what I'm having to do now? Because I don't know. I asked last night, did Penelope call Siwa's kid's school? Even though I fucking know that bitch lied about a goddamn school getting called. Excuse the GDs, sorry. But now, did she? Do you see what this does? All it does now is make us question everything. Did she call Maria's sister's, Siwa's sister's school, sister's work? and threatened CPS. We just heard that she threatened or was trying to get everybody to call CPS on me. I was one of the ones Jules blamed for the pizzas, but I never did that. I admit it. And everybody is owed apologies. Listen, I had to fucking apologize to Amber last night and to Sly as if I haven't been seen better moments. And it's not that I had to. It's just the right thing to do. When you accuse somebody of something and you're wrong, you need to fucking say you're sorry. That doesn't mean I feel like Amber's completely innocent of everything now. But now, speculation has entered the chat. Now, more questions have arisen because now we really don't know. And it was just for that instant, Maria. That's not a blanket apology. We're not fucking kumbaya or anything of the sort. And if I have to drag her fucking ass later to prove that, I will. I'm just kidding. No, but it makes me feel bad to know that there's a certain amount of anger and rage towards people for stuff they didn't fucking do. I mean, I can't help but think about that. I just can't think about, like, you can't, like, I probably wouldn't hate half the people I hate as much as I hate them if it wasn't for some of this. I'm not saying it did take away from what Amber's did and is doing. It doesn't. But in this instance, and this wasn't for her, it was for me. You can't, and for everybody else, it's like, listen, you can hate a motherfucker and still say you're sorry. I understand, Debbie. But quite honestly, our little group that we have, all the people in my orbit, they're good ass people. They really are. And I don't know what I would do without each and every one of you guys, honestly. It's just all about respect. It's all about respect. Like everybody's, ooh, Maria's mad. Brooke, like, it doesn't matter. Everything's not mutually exclusive. Maria can be as mad as she wants to be at a situation, and we might even like fuss at each other about something. It doesn't mean we don't fucking like each other, love each other, respect each other. It's like a part of life. But anyway, I'm not going to keep you guys much longer. I hope you all have a wonderful Monday. What a bummer having to go to work on Monday after Thanksgiving break. I would have really been fine with another day off, but I've got a busy shit to do. I've got to recertify this week, which means I have to wake up early on a day that I'm supposed to be able to sleep late, which sucks. Absolutely, Maria. Because at the end of the day, we're just not getting rid of each other, any of us. Knock on wood. But we're not, because at the end of the day, we have mutual respect. But today should be interesting. Maria, I don't know if you're planning on talking to Penelope, but we got to get this shit straightened out. Like, pronto. I feel like a lot of people would be a lot more grace giving if they just got the truth straight up. And I don't know, is Zeus giving it all and putting it all out there? I don't know. I mean, Zeus sounds like he's somewhat of a softie. You can tell he didn't want to do what he was doing last night, somewhat. I'm not saying all the way. But you can tell he has a soft place in his heart for her. I mean, and I'm sorry, I also have a question before I get out of here. Like, were they like talking romantically or just as friends? Yeah, I know. Okay, okay, I feel you. I'm just saying, if there was ever to be any grace mustered, the only way you can muster grace in any situation is if you get all the truth, all the facts, all the proof straight up. Not saying that there will be any, saying if there was any chance of it. He said his friends. Zeus was still lying about me and TL's chat until TL posted the proof. She didn't send him nudes. Why is everybody got to be lying about people sending them nudes, man? Zeus had feelings for her. Anyway, well, I'm going to get out of here. I will see y'all later, maybe later on this evening, depending on how today goes. But I'm back, everybody. I'm out of jail. I'm out of jail. It feels good to be back. Y'all have a wonderful Monday. I hope y'all's work day is quick and painless, and that everybody has a wonderful Monday with at work and then at home with their families this evening. And I will see all of you very soon. Bye, everybody.